Welcome one and all to Best Served Cold. My name's Deep Space Matt, and today I get the clarity and clues needed to solve a puzzling murder mystery. As I serve up drinks to increase everyone's affection towards me, I collect clue after clue, both through conversation and my clue board at home, that will lead me to the culprit. But actually getting people to talk about it through their fear could be easier said than done. Can I get everything I need to close the case? Let's find out in Best Served Cold. Alright, here we go with some more of Best Served Cold. It's been quite a while. Let's get right into it and continue. We have a case to solve. Who is here today? A lot of people. We got to Eavesdrop first. Clara and Maria sit opposite one another, the two of them chatting politely over drinks. You didn't realize they were close. It's been a few months since Alina passed, right? I guess you don't want to talk about it. But also, maybe you do, and I'm acting like it didn't happen. What am I trying to say, damn it? Maybe I'm saying I'm a good listener? It's okay, Clara. I'm doing better. Now let's go back to how you lost last time. Queen's Gambit? Right. I was being too aggressive again. I know, but you really don't give me much of a chance. I've never been able to go easy on anyone. And your positional play wasn't all bad. I was probably worse when I started. You started when you were, 10? I got beaten by a 10-year-old this year. I'm not normally a sore loser, but he was so smug too. Can I confess something? I felt like stealing his pocket money and telling him he was adopted. Maria, do you still bring a chessboard everywhere? A small one, and yes, I read a lot of theory books. When I'm out and without a board, I struggle to remember any of it. It's building muscle memory. Like in combat, you don't really know how to block a punch till you've done it a few times. Sure. Did you want to play a game? I still remember some of the stuff you taught me. As long as you learn a proper opening. I can do that, I think. It's great to see them getting along so well. All right, Clara, you're up first, though. Don't know if we have much to talk to you about. I think there's a few new things, because we did have a long conversation with Peter in the last episode. You would like a drink, nothing too strong. I'm sure we know your favorite. It is a copper bullet, and that is indeed not too strong for you. There we go, mix that up. And let's see what we have on our clues list. Really good. I could drink 10 of these. Hey, you said not too strong. Let's catch up. Indeed. Nothing new here. No. Maybe the Scotian Mule? Bjorn ferrying money around? Sorry, barkeep. I wouldn't know the first thing about that. All right, fair enough. And I'm guessing you don't know much about Carla's demise either, Peter's boss? Sorry, barkeep. Yep, don't know the first thing about that. Okay. Swing and a miss twice. Are we going to strike out? Probably not Carla's bribe. 2 birds, 1 stone. Bless me, Father. Refuse to hold confessionals. Do you know something about Mr. John Lacy? Oh yeah, I remember Lacy from the old days in the nightcap. Poor guy. Dropping his toast butter side down would be enough to set off a crisis. I wouldn't worry about it. I rather doubt it was anything important. Okay. We have one more action left. I guess we go sacramental wine. He was upset. Oh, no. Okay, yep. You just say the same thing. Yep, poor guy. Don't worry about it. Gotta get home. If I turn up late again, my boss is gonna fire me, and he'll give me that big dumb grin while he does it. Alright, see you later. Maria, I think I have even less to talk to you about, but I can still get you a drink, of course. Do you have your favorite here? I'm guessing all the characters have their favorite no matter what our menu is. Ambush. There we go. And what do we have to talk to you about? Man, that one looks so good. All right. Come over here. Father, maybe. Probably the best bet. Something's upset the priest. Poor man. Hopefully it's nothing serious. I didn't get the impression he was very resilient. You know him? Not well. I don't attend church much. Alina always despised it, probably on account of her mother, and I never felt much of a pull myself. I've spoken to Father Lacy here at the nightcap, though, whenever he wasn't too drunk and dour, which is like all the time. He's surprisingly well read. A shame he couldn't find more solace in literature. I hope you can help him. It's good to take a break. Oh, yes. We're back to talking. I hope I can help him too. Let's just go Scotian Mule. You know Bjorn a little bit. You shouldn't be telling people about this. Poor Mr. Johannson is in a world of trouble as it is without getting pinched for being an accessory to a crime. I trust that you won't tell, Maria. Or just say, I'm sorry, you're right. I'm sorry, you're right. All right. Just be a little more discreet, will you? People trust you, bartender. Don't betray that trust. I literally tell everybody about everything. And do you know Carla? I doubt it. Please, let's not talk about death. I really don't feel ready for that topic. Sure. And Carla's bribe? The third party whose money Bjorn had been carrying to Petru was Carla? Oh, yep, nope, I shouldn't be... Yep, the same thing. Okay, so sorry about that. I'm sorry, you're right. Oh, we don't get an extra boost in affection for picking the same thing twice? Which is fair enough. Okay, still one more left. Let's go... I don't know, 2 birds, 1 stone? So Petru Lombardo's killer is likely dead. Oh, that's a relief. I hope Mr. Johannson won't get in trouble for this. He did Bukovy a great service, taking out that monster, even if he didn't have a choice. It must have been an epic fight. I'm getting kind of sleepy. I'm going to go home and read till I pass out. See you soon. All right. And hello there, Miss Bai. Good evening. Good evening, Miss Bai. Let's catch up. Sure. Let me give you a drink. Surprise me. It's not going to be much of a surprise. It's going to be your favorite, the mint punch. You want that affection meter to go up as much as possible. How much are we up to now? Okay, over 50%, which is excellent. Let's catch up, dear. Sure, we got some stuff to talk about. Oh, a lot of stuff. You haven't been here at all. Scotian Mule, what do you think about this? Must be shocking. Honestly, dear, I really don't need to know about this. Considering what poor Mr. Johannson is already dealing with, you've chosen a bad time to be loose-lipped. You're right. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, nobody is happy with me about all that. What about Carla's demise? Sorry, dear. I'm afraid I don't have any information that could help you. Sure. Do you have information about Father Lacy not holding confessions? Goodness. If the father knew something awful was about to happen, that would certainly have explained the state I found him in. But why didn't he tell anyone about it? Why lock the confessional? I'm really worried he might be in some sort of trouble. I know you can be very persuasive, bartender, so please speak to him. I will. He's just over there. I know he's always been fond of the royal flush. Oh no, that's way too much. Perhaps it'll make him warm up to you. I think the royal flush will knock him out. It's worth a try. One more action. False alibi, the argument, Clara's statement maybe. Petru's killer in the hotel whistling an old tune. Do you know anything about that? It sounds to me like Clara is lucky she wasn't spotted, or things could have ended badly for her. I know Maria has a soft spot for her, but if you ask me, the girl is a bit too brave for her own good. Perhaps. This has been delightful, but I must be getting home. See you soon. All right, Father. Let's talk to you. Bartender. John. With everything going on, I require something strong to get me through the week. No, because I believe your favorite here is going to be above your threshold, and then I can't talk to you. Royal Flush, yeah, percentage 9. You need to be in between 4 and 6, maybe 4 or 5. Oh, the Copper Bullet, which we know you already enjoy that. So we're going to give you this one. And I think you're already in a good mood, because we got you in a good mood from conversation, I think. Yeah, you're in a good mood. Perfect. All right. And we got that. Nothing else here. Let us talk about you being upset about confessionals. Do you know something? You're asking me about confessions and why they are not open right now? This city is steeped in sin. I doubt the goddess herself could burn it away. Sometimes I wonder if reality is some elaborate joke I am too obtuse to appreciate, or perhaps I am the punchline. I digress. Confessions are a sacred affair, and I've sworn an oath of secrecy. Whatever a person confesses, it stays between me and them. But I am taught to seek the greater good, and perhaps breaking my vows is justified when it serves a higher purpose, like condemning a monster. Oh, you do know. Monster? It happened last week. I was in the confession box one evening when a man stepped in. I heard a voice then, not of a man, but of a beast. With an air so matter-of-fact, it made my blood run cold. He spoke about a murder he was about to commit. An innocent man would die at his hands. But not only did he ask for forgiveness, he asked whether the goddess considers that a greater sin than if it were a guilty man, or if it's all the same to her. Confessions are about atonement for sins of the past. You cannot ask for permission to commit future sins. That's not in the rules. That's cheating. Of course, I did not say this to him. What was I going to do? Become a hero for the first time in my life while in the presence of a murderer? He ignored my feeble attempts to make him reconsider, and asked me how safe I really felt under the goddess's protection. I've never been so afraid in my life, but that wasn't even the worst part. What was? Oh, found a clue, for I have sinned. The infernal whistling. Oh, the whistling! When he finally walked away and left me shaking with fear in the confession box, he whistled an old tune, as casually as if he was strolling through the park or buying cheese and biscuits. Who whistles after confessing to murder? He wasn't murdering in that moment? No. What a monster. Since that day, I can no longer bear the burden of Bukovi's sinners. I'm not just afraid, I also resent the petty concerns of my flock. I know how that sounds, but I am but a man, a small one. I just want to drink wine and lie down. We all have our limits. Okay. The whistling. Clara's statement. The blonde man was whistling an old tune as he walked away. I don't know anything about that. Please, for the goddess's sake, leave me out of all this. What are you talking about? You just told me about the whistling. All right. What else here? Carla's demise. I doubt you know anything about that. Scotian mule. Maybe? The setup, bare knuckle job, for I have sinned. That's what you just gave me. Let's go Scotian mule, I suppose. I'm a priest, not a police officer. Faith is above the law, and to my mind, Mr. Johannson has not betrayed his faith, or mine. Okay, fair enough. Carla's demise. Do you know of Carla at all? I don't want to talk about that. I don't even want to think about that. Okay, if I don't leave now, I'll end up here all night, probably on the floor. See you soon. All right, that is everybody. We have a few new things for Hugo here. Hello again, Hugo. We have much to talk about. A few things. Bare knuckle job. So Petru was not our first victim. It was Carla. But why those two? What connects them? And why would Bjorn have killed Carla? Unless the real killer is someone we've not yet uncovered, it is. It's not Bjorn. I think Peter knows more than he's letting on. Then you know what you have to do. As much as I hate to put you in harm's way, you need to win his trust and make him talk. I don't have anything to fear from Peter. Don't get taken in by the charming rogue act, bartender. He's dangerous, and you're better than that. Do I detect a bit of jealousy, detective? Of course not. Don't be ridiculous. If you say so. All right, and then one more here, for I have sinned. A killer in a confessional. That's unusual, to say the least. They didn't consider the priest a threat. They confessed murder and simply walked away, whistling. I have a bad feeling about this. We're dealing with a cold-blooded killer. So you accept it's not Bjorn? Not quite. You'll need to prove somehow that this man in the confessional was indeed Petru's killer, and then you'll need to prove that it wasn't Bjorn. Father Lacy might be able to help us with that part. I'll work on it. All right, that is the end of that. Time to head back home, close up shop. Hello there, Whiskey. How you doing? Pets, of course. All right, we got a new thing for the board for I have sinned. Just start matching it up with everything. Clara's statement, yes. There it is, the whistling. The killer in the confessional was surely the same man Clara saw leaving Petru's room, as both whistled the same old tune. Father Lacy spoke to Petru's killer. He should be able to help us identify him. Interesting. But we haven't talked to the killer yet. Check these. Then we have a new clue. All right, nothing there. The killer's confession. Carla's bribe. Carla's demise. No. Alibi. Clara's statement, maybe. We already got that with the for I have sinned. 2 birds, 1 stone. Okay, looks like nothing else here. But we got something new. The killer's confession. Perfect. Off to the next day. All right, who's here? Oh, Peter's here. Excellent. Just who I wanted to talk to. Bartender. Peter. Let's have a nice, calm chat. Sure thing. Over a lovely drink. Your favorite. What do you like? You like the perfect storm. 2% doesn't get you anywhere here, but I don't think we need to get you inebriated. So we'll just work on your affection. Oh, careful. Almost messed that up. All right. Let's talk to you about a good many things. We have 4 actions. Carla's demise, killer's confession, bare knuckle job. I guess we just do all of them. Carla's demise. Although I think this came from you. Yeah, we've been over this. I've got nothing more to add, so keep your beak out of my business. All right, calm down. Peter looks tense. You can tell this topic is still hitting a nerve. Bare knuckle job. And here I was, being nice, warning you to stop digging into the stuff. I suppose the best way to get you killed is to dangle any mystery in front of your eyes as long as it's dangerous and hopeless. There are so many mysteries walking through this door. You know something about Petru and Carla. I know many things. Most importantly, I know the best way to avoid painful death is to keep my nose out. Bjorn's life may depend on this. Fine. Who am I to deny your death? Wish. Just promise me that when he's beating the life out of you, you don't mention my name. His name is Vladimir Braz. He's a hitman, a killer for the love of the game, and one of the roughest Rusalka ever produced. His works send a message, and the message is usually loud. I'm no saint, but even I don't have the stomach for this kind of job. This was the first time I'd seen the aftermath of one of his hits, but I'd heard the stories. He beats people to death. He spent a long time doing it, and he got real good at it. Carla wasn't the first tall poppy he's cut the head off, and she probably won't be the last. Who sent him? Peter shakes his head slowly. If I told you that... Oh, new clue. Both our names end up on his next contract. In that event, I make my odds of survival out at about 50-50. Your chances would be much slimmer, Squirt. Interesting. All right. Let's go here, I suppose. That's nasty business. I think you're hunting a real sick puppy, Squirt. Yeah, you just told me about him. You should leave well enough alone and let the blue-eyed wonder handle this. At least if he ends up 6 feet under, he signed up for it. I'm hoping it won't come to that. And the killer's confession. You're real smart, aren't you? Well, let's hope the good father can pull it together then, for Johansson's sake. I gotta beat it. Time to stop drinking in a bar and go home to drink in a bed instead. See you soon. All right. Hello there. Oh, surprised we can't eavesdrop on their conversation. Evening. Evening, Lucas. Let's talk for a bit. Sure, let me get you a drink first. What would you like? A wake-up call? That's right, you love coffee. Now, I don't think there's much to talk to you about. I need to get back to Father Lacy, who unfortunately is not here. That tastes like something I can't remember forgetting. Sorry for getting all poetic. It's just really good. All right. Come over here. Scotian Mule. I've told you all I know. Please don't be too hard on Bjorn. Like I said, he trusted Petru. Oh, you're the one who told me about that. I know. Don't worry, Lucas. Modus operandi? You did it. You found the real killer. There's no way they can still blame Bjorn now, right? I'm not sure the police will take Peter's word for it. We'll still need to find out why Petru was murdered. That's true, but I hope this will lead you somewhere at least. Just be careful. I'm starting to worry the web Bjorn has gotten tangled in is a lot bigger than we thought. Confession, I suppose? I mean, you know about this. Oh, yes, good work. I'm sure Father Lacy will be able to clear all of this right up. I'm hoping so. Keep calm, Lucas. I still need to convince him to speak to Bjorn. Oh, that's right, because he'll be able to know if Bjorn's the voice. I'm sure he'll help when you tell him what you told me. Perhaps if you can calm him down a bit first. He likes a nice royal flush, doesn't he? Yeah, no, I think we're good. I don't think I need to give that to him. But I was thinking that we would get the father to listen or hear the killer. Bare knuckle job? You're saying whoever killed Petru was or has killed before. Goddess, that's awful. You better tread carefully. What if they try to pin this poor woman's death on him as well? I'll sort this out, I promise. All right, good evening. See you soon. Let me give the good news to Bjorn too that I'm getting close. I feel like we're getting close. How you doing there? Evening, let me get you a drink. Something very, very strong. Decently strong. Copper bullet is, yeah, it's okay for you. Perfect mix. Great stuff. Enjoy, and enjoy me telling you that he heard the confession. You're a smart one, I can't deny it, to pick up on a detail like that. So the man in the confessional was surely the murderer. Once Lacy hears your voice, he'll be able to prove your innocence. I'm grateful that you believe me, bartender, but do you think he'd be willing to speak to me? I'm sure I can talk him around. I'm not going to give him a choice. Oh my. I can talk him round. Despite everything happening, it's good to see your face, pal. Why, thank you. Modus operandi. The hitman, Vladimir. Oh, I wonder if we can look up his name in S.T.A.C. I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that name. Sorry. It sounds Rusalkan. Is that helpful? It depends. Did your attacker speak Rusalkan? Afraid not. There wasn't really much speaking involved. But if you have his name, perhaps you could find a picture. I might be able to recognize him based on that. Ooh. I shall look that first. Can we do that like now? Can I like call you away and then go do that? Does that work like that? End the conversation. You're going to go back to your seat. See you around. We can come over here to the stack. Search a topic. Vladimir Braz. There it is. Registered. Vladimir Braz was born in Rusalka and served in his military for 9 years before being honorably discharged. He went on to found a private security company, Garmer. When political tension began to flare up across Callisto, Vladimir moved the company to the Tsaran capital of Bukovy, where it remains active to this day, currently employed by the Tsaran government. Vladimir's visa application is documented in the Bukovy archives alongside a copy of his Rusalkan passport. For privacy reasons, I cannot give you access to most of his information, but I can provide you with a picture. Excellent. Oh, there we go. Look at you. The S.T.A.C printer spits out a photo of an intimidating blonde man, there we go, with a scar on his lip. His height is listed at an impressive 195 centimeters. That is all the information I could find. Thank you for using the S.T.A.C. Rather than returning to the welcome screen, the message lingers for a while, until a familiar flash and a wall of green scrolling text indicate that Ilya has opened a private channel. The Tsaran government. Just like Petru. I am not sure what prompted you to look up this man's name, but something about this is making me wonder. Wonder what? Ilya does not respond, but the screen flickers briefly, suggesting something has changed. Perhaps you should speak to her about this in person. If she'll come in. You gonna come in tomorrow? That's everything, right? Yes. Log off. All right. Now, do I literally have the picture? Does it, like, come out? Hello there. Evening, Bjorn. Vladimir's profile. There we go. That's him, all right. That's the man. It was too dark to see his nasty scar. He sounds professional, all right. But why would a character like that have gone after Petru? I don't like the sound of this one bit. Neither do I. All right, one more here. Not much. What was this about? Confession. We got that there. Bare knuckle job. So Mr. Lombardo wasn't the first victim. Goddess, who knows what else this killer's been up to? I think there's something Peter's not telling me. He seems a cold-blooded type of fella, but I imagine finding a woman brutalized like that would do a number on anyone. Maybe he's afraid. Afraid? Peter? He's the thing people are afraid of. I say perhaps. The more I learn about this killer, the more I feel like you'd be daft not to be afraid. You might be right. I should get myself home. If I stay too late, I risk getting caught, which would look bad in front of the judge. See you soon. All right, all that's left is my boss over here. Can I not select you? Oh, there it goes. That was strange. Bartender. Mr. Floare, let's get you a drink. I'm sure I know your favorite by now. I know everybody's favorite. It is a dry war. There you are. Enjoy. And, I mean, we're at like 100% affection here. Killer's confession. Petru's murderer spoke to Father Lacy. It seems the moment of truth is at hand. I hope you're prepared to pragmatically accept his verdict and the truth. There will be no gloating from me. I take no pleasure in seeing you betrayed by someone you fought to defend, even if it was against my bitter judgment. I only tried to shield you from that. I am sorry. Wait, are you still talking about Bjorn? You still think it's Bjorn? Lacy will prove Bjorn's innocence. Just you watch. You think he's gonna prove Bjorn's guilt? No, we know it's this guy. A hitman? Oh, what nonsense. Hired killers are from paperback spy thrillers, not reality. Famous last words. How else do you explain it? Bjorn didn't know Carla. I'll admit you have a point. Perhaps there is still a chance it wasn't Bjorn, but it seems just as likely to me that he's lying. If it isn't Bjorn, that makes Wagner the clear culprit. No! How convenient that a hitman killed his employer, no doubt leaving her position open. And what good is this name he gave? It's not like you can look up hired killers in the telephony listings. Well, I have a machine back there that you installed. It works wonders. So now you think a Zarin could have done this? Pah, half Zarin at most. I bet he doesn't even know what he is. He was one of those orphan boys from the Protectory on Strada Voltureni, after all. Always stealing, fighting, causing problems. Clearly nothing's changed. Okay, well, it's a good thing my boss is not doing the investigation at all. He's got like everything wrong. A private security contractor. This is the man you believe to be the real culprit? Both deaths match his usual MO. According to Wagner. I wouldn't put too much stock in anything he says. Let us not forget, I would not put stock in anything you say, boss. Let us not forget he is more capable of murder himself. More than capable. Just say perhaps. Just, I'm not going to get into it with you. It's getting late. Bukovi is getting more dangerous by the day. Yep, I will lock up. Don't worry. All right, I have something new for you, like one or two things. Hello there. Yeah, a few things. The killer's confession. The same tune. I agree, it's unlikely to have been mere coincidence. Bjorn has a rather distinct accent, doesn't he? Lacy should be able to confirm whether or not he is our man with but a single conversation. Easier said than done. Surely a priest would be able to muster up some courage to defend a potentially innocent man. If not, this is where you work your magic, partner. I'll do my best. Modus operandi. It's no name I've heard of, but considering he went after the likes of Carla, I'll admit access to his records may be above my pay grade. We should look into this. If Braz is real and not just one of Petru's inventions, oh no, I went to the archives. The archives might have something on him. Yep, already done. I'll check the stack. Already done, and guess what? I have his profile right here. What do you think about that? A member of government private security suspected of murdering the treasurer. I don't like the sound of this. Do you think this was an assassination? Oh, yeah. It's starting to look that way. If so, we're punching well above our weight class. The case will need to be airtight. We need a motive. Why was Petru killed? I'm working on it. All right, that is everything there. I should keep working. Actually, I should stop working. Well, technically, I should stop working here and go back home and work at home on my clue board. Okay, pets for whiskey. Clue board. 2 new items. Just start combining with everything. Red-handed. No, maybe bare-knuckle job. Also no. Scotian mule. Doesn't look like anything here. Profile. Confession, demise. No, and it's doubtful anything here. Maybe Clara's statement. Double homicide? No. All right, nothing there. But we do have new stuff to talk to people about. End the day. Who do we got here? We need Father Lacy here. Oh, was he there? I saw a flash on the far right. Yes, he is here. All right. We'll go Peter first, left to right as usual. Bartender. Peter. Nice calm chat. Get you a drink first to get your actions up. Perfect storm. Which is what's happening right now. We're getting a perfect storm of clues, all leading to the right person. We just need Father Lacy. Oh, we got to talk to Ilya too, right? She knew something. There's something she was talking about. All right, what do I have new for you? Just 2 items here. Yeah, we've been over this. Oh, okay. No, you're the one who gave me this. That's right. Forgot about that. So the profile, is this him? That's him, all right. Face like a smashed crab. Impossible to miss. Peter looks at the photo with repulsion, but somewhere in his dark eyes you think you can detect a trace of something else. Is it concern? You should stop here, bartender. Vlad was some mid-level enforcer like me. This is top dog stuff. Military, government stuff. You're painting a target on your back here. This man killed Carla. Whoever sent him should be held responsible. An innocent man may go to prison if I don't get to the bottom of this. There. So what? Are you even listening to what I'm saying? When you stick your nose in these people's businesses, there are consequences. You know what happened to Carla, and she was made of sterner stuff than anyone I ever met. I can't always be there to look out for you, understand? You're looking out for me? Yes. Carla, Petru, hell, Bjorn. Their life is over. Done. They played the game and they lost. You're still here. Don't throw that away. I'll be careful. You'd better be. I got used to your face. Now I kind of like it. Excuse me? That's pretty much everything, huh? We got nothing new to talk to you about. So you know what? Just enjoy your drink while you go brood over on the stairs there, pretending like you're not really here. Miss Bai? Good evening. Let me get you a drink here. Would you like a drink? Of course you would. That's why you're here. Mint punch. Certainly getting all their affection up will help me in the future. Providing that this isn't the last case. There you go. All right. Modus operandi? I don't think you know anything about any of this. Yep, no information to help me. Profile, do you know this Vladimir? Does he look familiar? Petru Lombardo's killer works for the government? That's concerning news. I hope you're not getting in over your head. You trust this detective, do you? Within reason. A military-trained assassin just made an example out of our treasurer, and the police are quick to pin it on a man like Johannson. I wonder if they can still be trusted. Hugo isn't like that. I trust him. Perhaps not. Then I hope you know what you're doing for all our sakes. Killer's confession. I'm not surprised they are one and the same. It would take a thoroughly evil person to kill someone like that. There's no way Mr. Johannson is responsible. It seems the time has come for Father Lacy to be bold. I'm sure he will muster up the courage if you ask him. I hope so. I know you wouldn't think it, but John was once a very different person. When he first took over as our priest, he was a bright young man, eager to guide his flock. Sadly, grief poured into his soul, and nothing gnaws away at a person like doubt. I'm sure he still has it in him, somewhere. Have faith. I will. All right, and then I don't think there's much else here. Actually, Carla's bribe, maybe. So Petru was just another corrupt official dealing with mobsters under the table. Or perhaps he simply became one. I suppose what they say is true. Money often unmakes the men who make it. Okay, you must be getting home. No worries. Thank you, though, for the insight. Carla, how you doing over there? Hey again. Evening, Carla. Let's get you a drink. Need to get your affection up. Not even at 50% right now. Because you don't come in too often. You came in like during the beginning. And then you were gone for a couple of cases, I think. There you go. Enjoy. Come over here. Start at the end. That's him. This has to be the guy I saw. But why would a security guy for the government kill Petru? All of this sounds so suspicious. Agreed. Modus operandi. You really don't need to tell me these horrible things. You're gonna make me jumpy. Sorry. Confession, is that horrible as well? Boy, am I glad I caught that whistling. So Father Lacy sat next to some serial killer. I'm surprised he didn't have a heart attack on the spot. Me too. I hope they'll find him soon. Hopefully it's not Bjorn, but if so, the idea that this guy is still out there gives me the heebie-jeebies. Me too. Carla's bribe, you know anything about this? Nope, don't know the first thing about that. Oh, that's your last action. Okay, you gotta go home. Sure thing. Don't get fired. See you soon. All right, Ilya. Evening again, barkeep. Evening, Ilya. Let me get you a drink here. Do I know your favorite? I might. You're not in here too often either. Oh yeah, the ambush. 1%, sure. Taking it easy. You did say you're still getting used to alcohol, so this is just perfect. All right, and let's talk to you about what you were talking about. Yeah, here. Did you learn something else about Vladimir Braz? I did, and I didn't know what to do with the information. Mr. Floare noticed something was bothering me when I visited his bookshop earlier, and I confided in him. Why, Vincent? Mr. Floare and I became acquainted during my visits to both his establishment as well as his bookshop. While the archives are filled to the brim with textbook information on Zara, the older generations hold a plethora of knowledge that was never documented. Finding someone from that generation who is friendly, knowledgeable about Zaran history, happy to talk at length, and still alive is a challenge. Mr. Floare meets all the criteria. Could you tell me the information as well? I'm not sure. You are friendly and kind, but I'm not looking for kindness. I need protection. This is sensitive information and I don't want to end up like Petru. What if Vincent vouched for me? Ilya tilts her head slightly, pondering what you just said. Then she nods. I think that might work. I'll ask him later to see what he thinks about all this and you. Keep the lights on for us when you close up for the night. We'll come visit together. Oh, okay. I don't want to risk anyone overhearing us. Noted. So you'll come back when I close up. Let's go Vladimir's profile. Oh wait, you gave this to me, didn't you? I see you've used the stack to great effect. I'm glad it's proving useful. So Vladimir Braz works for our government. Ilya hesitates, gauging your reaction while she decides what to say next. Tell me, what are you planning to do with this information? I'm hoping it will prove Bjorn's innocence. So it is true. I had a hunch. Do you disapprove? No, I just need to think. I take a while to decide the best response sometimes. Okay then. How about this? Vladimir. Does it ring a bell? I mean, I'm doing this backwards, so... Yes, but it's a rather common name in Rusalka, so that doesn't say much. Vladimir Braz could be a boogeyman, a fictional character created to take blame for these killings, but if he's real, he should be in the archive somewhere. Yeah, it's kind of odd because I'm going backwards here, so we already have the information after that. If it was one of those popular tunes they play on the radio programs, you could say maybe both men heard it on the radio that day, but it was an old melody. And, I don't know, bare-knuckle job, maybe? As murders go, beating someone to death is hardly the modus operandi of a slick, well-trained professional killer. Peculiar that it happened twice now. And it's time to go home. Sure. Good night, Ilya. All right, you're going to vouch for me, boss, right? Mr. Floare? You like me, right? You trust me? I'm one to be trusted. Have your favorite drink. When somebody later asks if I could be trusted, you just say yes. All right, there we go. And we have... Oh, nothing really new for you. We asked you the newest stuff. Maybe we go here. I wouldn't know anything about that. Yeah. I don't think there's much you can add for us. A murderer making a confession. Just how much has he been drinking to come up with such a outlandish confabulations? It wasn't some delusion. Okay, and I don't need to ask you. I think about the false alibi. You know what? Go back, have a seat. There's nothing new for you. I should get back to work. And I need to talk to Father Lacy here. Bartender. John, let's get you a drink. You're already in a good mood, so we're just going to get you not the real flush, the copper bullet, which is a popular one. I must say, everybody seems to like copper bullet. All right, what do we got for you here? Come over here. Anything here? No. So it is... Can I ask you about the confession, I suppose? What do you want from me? Do you think you can remember the voice of the person who confessed? Indulging Father Lacy in his favorite drink seems to have had an effect. He's still shaken, but willing to talk. Yes, to my eternal despair, the memory is burned into my mind. Why do you ask? Could you verify if the current suspect matches the voice you heard? You want me to meet a potential murderer face to face? Will my misfortune never end? How much more must I suffer before the goddess grows bored of my despair? We think Bjorn is innocent. We all think our loved ones are incapable of sin, but trust me, evil exists on a spectrum. None of us are free of it, and all of us are capable of great evil. For example, right now, I would commit atrocities to escape this conversation. John is not as nervous, but will need verbal encouragement and convincing to see Bjorn. You should have a proper heart-to-heart with him. Okay. Oh, here. Talk. I think you should meet Bjorn. And what good would come of that? Must the goddess force me to relive my most traumatizing moments? I already broke my oath of secrecy. Why would I let this dangerous man know that? You can atone for that by helping me. Perhaps. I broke my oath for a higher purpose. Must I really be forced into impossible choices at every turn, then punished no matter what I choose? Do I even have a choice now? You can't blame me for fearing for my life after what I went through. It's natural to fear death, even when the promise of the eternal embrace of the goddess. Oh, even with the promise. As flawed humans, it is in our nature. I don't want to die just yet. Bjorn would never kill you? No. We all die eventually. What matters is how we live. There we go. That is true. The mother died as a human, but the life she lived beforehand was full of care and love for mankind. It is why we remember her to this day. Fine. I have given up, okay? The goddess tested me by taking my father, and it's only been downhill from there. It was fairly downhill before that too, I suppose, so just leave me be with your misguided notions. I've had enough. The goddess hasn't given up on you. Your community hasn't given up on you. Your community? Perhaps. I presume you speak of Miss Bai, yes? And possibly Miss Carmine as well. Misguided in their faith as they may be at times, deep down I can sense some form of concern for me. Perhaps I've addled my brain with alcohol for too long, and I can no longer see reason. I must remember my duty is not just to listen to my flock, but to lend them my voice as well. You know, if it weren't for operating an illegal speakeasy, you'd make a fine priest. Perhaps. Perhaps. Very well. I will speak with Bjorn and listen to his voice. If he truly isn't the killer, I will even testify in court if needed. My thanks, Father Lacy. Excellent. All right. That is set up. I mean, when are you going to do that? Can we go here, talk to you about this? A hitman in Bukovi? Oh, no. What's the matter, John? Nothing. Nothing's wrong. I don't know anything. Everything is great. Okay. Vladimir's profile, then you really don't want to see this. A hitman? Do you think this man was responsible for what happened to Petru Lombardo? I think so, yes. Father Lacy goes very pale. For a moment you worry he might faint and fall off the bar stool. Oh, goddess, protect us. One more action. Bare knuckle job, maybe. Goddess, I don't want to talk about that. I don't even want to think about that. All right, fair enough. You're gone, but I guess I gotta talk to Bjorn now to set that up. I got nothing new for you, detective. That's right. I guess we're just closing up. Oh, but Ilya should come back, right? After we close to talk. End the day. Oh, yep, here we are. Oh, no, it's you. After everyone else has gone home, Father Lacy takes the seat in front of you. He looks equal parts nervous and determined. I'm ready. Where's this Bjorn you wanted me to meet? He should be here soon. And just as you finish pouring Lacy a drink, the bell rings and the sound of Bjorn's heavy footsteps echoes through the room. John swallows, trying to steady his breath. The huge figure sits down next to John, dwarfing him. He looks quizzically at the priest, then turns his attention to you. Hey there, pal. Why'd you call me over? I wanted you to meet John. John avoids eye contact, but you can see his shoulders relax as soon as he hears Bjorn speak. His fear dissipates, and in its place, relief and sympathy. I heard you were going through some troubled times, so our mutual friend here believes a talk with the priest might help ease your mind a bit. I trust you're familiar with confessions. While it's unusual to have a third party present, rest assured that nothing you say will be disclosed outside the circle of those present here. Can't say I've ever done this confession thing before. It's not something we have in Scotia, but I get the gist of it. All I do is talk? Correct. Speak to your heart's content about actions you've taken that you regret, and I will listen. All right then. Goddess is a bit sudden. John winces as Bjorn takes her name in vain, then settles again. Bjorn lets out a deep sigh and begins to speak. I did a terrible thing. Not because I wanted to, but because I felt trapped and desperate. I told Lucas already, and he said I should keep it quiet, but it's been bothering me, you know? Still, recent actions don't bother me nearly as much as the other thing I did. I didn't mean to. Bjorn's breathing becomes ragged. Whatever he's trying to say causes a lot of stress. For a moment, it looks like he's about to force himself to speak, but Father Lacy puts a hand on his shoulder. Let your heart be at peace, Bjorn. Being forced to kill in self-defense is not a sin, and the goddess doesn't judge you. You have been through pain, and she is with you to help you heal, not to cast blame. I'm not too sure about the meaning of any of this, but I do feel better after you said that. This goddess sounds like a kind old lass. She is. She's made sure that those who have found her can reach out to those who haven't. Today, that would be me, I suppose. That's mighty kind of you. I wasn't sure what to expect when my pal called me over, but I'm glad I accepted the invitation. If you'll excuse me, I need to go home and lie down a bit. Sorry about wasting the drink. I'm afraid I've lost the taste for it. Bjorn gets up and gives a courteous nod towards Father Lacy, who gently smiles back. Then he heads out the door, leaving you alone with John. Shame about that drink, for it seems I have lost my thirst as well. Still, what matters the most here is that I can confirm the person who confessed to murdering an innocent man was not Bjorn. I couldn't detect the Scotian accent during the confession, and there was no glee in his voice when he spoke of his sins. You believe he's innocent then? That remains to be seen. While it's true he has shown remorse, this intense reaction usually only happens when the confession is about something deeply disturbing. Why didn't you let him finish? Despite what I said, this wasn't a true confession. It's clear he hasn't accepted what has happened, and we're in a speakeasy. Confession should be done in a church after you've had time to think about your actions. Should he wish to experience a true confession, let him know he's more than welcome in my church. I will open the booth again on Fridays. I'll do that. Oh, found a clue. A good man. Is that his alibi? As for his trial, you can count on me to provide some semblance of defense, provided that whoever told you about the whistling also appears. That shouldn't be a problem. Really? Wonderful. Now then, it is late and I have to go home. May the goddess be with you. John gets up, adjusts his clerical collar, and gives you a brief smile. As he exits the speakeasy, you can't help but grin at the unfinished drink sitting on the counter. Why? Because I get to... Oh, no! I was about to say, why? Because I get to drink it? No, because he's doing better now. That's excellent. Is Ilya gonna show up? After seeing off the last guests for the evening, you keep the lights on, expecting Ilya and Vincent to arrive a few minutes later. Sure enough, the bell rings and the pair walks down the stairs to take a seat at the bar. Well, 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 bartender, I'm glad to see you're already well acquainted with a brilliant mind like Ilya's. You flatter me, Mr. Floare, though I must admit I visit for the comprehensive nature of this literary collection both at the archives and in your bookshop. And humble to boot. Now then, I presume this is about something serious? Do you recall our previous conversation 3 days prior at 2:15 p.m. about government spending? Oh my goodness, you really have a good memory. Yes. There's a lot at stake here, and I'd hate to see one of the last erudite citizens of Bukovi end up in trouble because they're too well informed. The bartender seems to be very interested in the topic as well, but naturally I felt uncomfortable sharing it on the spot. That's why I asked you... I see. All I have to say is this, Ilya. Bukovi and all of Zara is currently stuck in a downward spiral. This country, once a bastion of culture and class, is slowly turning into a pit of corruption and fear. Fear feeds corruption, and corruption breeds fear. The only way to break this cycle is to overcome the fear so the corrupt cannot thrive. I have little faith in the constabulary, but even I have to admit that people like Hugo Mertens might be one of the few ones left trying to fight for what is right. Correct me if I'm wrong, bartender, but I trust you've seen this as well. You and Hugo have worked together closely for the past few months. I trust him with my life. Well, I don't know about that, but no, his heart is certainly in the right place. I believe that. As much as I hate to admit it, I agree. While I disapprove of his previous antics, I can see he's doing his best and has learned from past mistakes. Having one detective on our side whose moral compass hasn't shattered into pieces might not sound like much, but armed with enough information, we might be able to make the city a better place. What I'm trying to say is, both of us are here for you, Ilya, and Hugo too. I can tell from our talks you truly love this country and its history. The best way to preserve it is to be brave and fight for it by doing the right thing. Ilya's breathing has accelerated during Vincent's speech, but her expression is steadfast. She looks you in the eye. Very well. You want to know more about Vladimir Braz, correct? Yes. The archives mention his private security company, Garmer, pulling out of Rusalka after rumors of war began to arise across Callisto. Immediately after Vladimir moved to Bukovi, the Tsaran government became a client. There has always been political tension between Zara and Rusalka, so I found this development rather peculiar. I began looking into the matter further. I quickly stumbled upon a major barrier. Most of Garmer's records are kept in a highly confidential section of the archives to which Silas Tech was not granted access. I had a hunch and decided to sneak inside after hours. What are you doing? Sure enough, my instinct was correct. Our city council is indeed one of Garmer's employers, but their records were unusual to say the least. Rather than any sort of continuous security service, they listed only specific deployments, short-term contracts filled with cryptic coded language. Most chilling was the last, which still included a piece of correspondence. The individual has been dealing with Carla for some time now. Both are considered intractable problems. Please let Vladimir solve them. This has nothing to do with security, does it? Vladimir is a hitman. A murder for hire, employed by our government. By the goddess, that just proves it. It seems this information is vital in your current investigation. Wouldn't you say, bartender? Extremely. Then it seems I did the right thing, both by digging deeper and by bringing it to your attention. As for our end of the bargain, make sure to reach out the moment you feel uneasy or threatened. I will do anything in my power to ensure your protection, even if it means the end of my bar and my shop. I appreciate that. So far, nobody has noticed I slipped into the restricted section. Still, it doesn't hurt to be careful. We need to be wary that we do not paint a target on our backs, if we haven't already. Precisely. Now then, I think we all should get some proper rest, so we can face another day in Bukovi with a fresh and healthy mind. The two get up from their stools and head towards the exit. Vincent laughs jovially as Ilya's warning to ascend the stairs carefully. Okay, so we got a new clue up there. And are we back to our apartment? We are. Hello there, Whiskey. Things are getting interesting. But we know who it is. So a good man. The killer Lacy spoke to in the confessional had a completely different voice than Bjorn's. He's confident Bjorn is not the same person. Perfect. I doubt this matches with anything. I don't think we're going to get anything new from this. That is his defense because it has a little shield there. But we'll do this just in case. Government secrets, though, has got to match up with something. There. Okay, government secrets. A message Ilya obtained states that he had become a liability because of his dealings with Carla, and Vladimir needed to be sent to deal with him. Could Petru have been the one dealing with Carla? Sounds like it. Oh, there we go. Plugging the leak. Petru had been accepting bribes from Carla, which made him a liability that needed to be dealt with in the eyes of his superiors. Vladimir Braz was sent to do just that. Oh, that's the motive? Is that what that is? Plugging the leak. Let's get the rest of these, and we'll get that one in there. So we pretty much solved it. We just need to tell Hugo what we found out. There and there. Okay, bring this one over. Can I fit it there? I can. Make sure there's nothing new here that we need. No, doubtful anything here in the beginning. There. It would be cool if like the string stayed for stuff that was like connected. It'd get very messy. You need like a bigger board. All right, there we go. End the day. On to another day. And lots of people here, but we are at over an hour, so that's going to do it for this episode. This has been Best Served Cold, and we've pretty much solved the case. We just need to tell Hugo about it. Yeah, so Bjorn has a defense. We got a good man. We have the motive. We have the evidence, and it's only between those two, and we only found out about Vladimir just this episode. Took quite a while before we had more than one suspect here. But we'll get to that next episode and see if there's a next case after this. I kind of hope there is. I do want to try and get through this before the sequel game arrives. I'm not sure when that's going to happen. There's no release date yet, but I'm excited for that as well. Once again, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe. And if you made it this far, thanks for watching.